Boxing truth here. Floyd Mayweather is desperate for a moneymaker in his trash stable that he currently has. He knows pretty bad at Mayweather Promotions when Ashley Theophane, a guy coming off a loss, is headlining a Mayweather promoted card this past weekend in Las Vegas. A card that I wasn't even aware about and not many in boxing gave two shits about, as I only became aware of it because of the interview Mayweather gave to Fight Hype, as he was saying a lot of things about the sport, including Al Heyman fighters and how they're being overpaid and that they're spoiled. And as a result of being overpaid, some of Al Heyman's clients don't want to fight because they're not getting the purses they've come to expect, like in the past when they were being highly overpaid for showcase fights. But when it comes to Mayweather's stable, it just makes you wonder, has he made any serious money when it comes to his promotional company? I mean, for promoters to make money in this game, they got to position their fighters at the premium level at least, where they're being showcased on HBO or Showtime. That's how promoters make money, only at the top level of the sport. When you're building your fighters up, you're investing in them. You're not making any type of money. You're investing in them in hopes that they could perhaps get to that premium level, getting featured on Showtime or HBO, or perhaps headlining a pay-per-view card where the promoters actually make some serious money if they can get to their fighters to that level. But Mayweather only has one fighter in his stable at that level, and that's Badu Jack, that has been featured on Showtime. He's the only world champion, but a guy that's still building his profile, still doesn't have that fan base, doesn't have that star quality. Still a lot of work to be done when it comes to the career of Badu Jack, and Mayweather's trying to get him to rate his profile the best way he can, and that's for pushing for a fight with Gennady Golovkin, for Golovkin to move up to fight his only world champion. I mean, that's the only horse in the race Mayweather has in Badu Jack to potentially challenge Golovkin at super middleweight. But that fight's not going to happen. Doesn't make any sense for Golovkin to move up to fight an unknown champion who's still building his profile in Badu Jack when there's much bigger money fights in the middleweight division. But, of course, you can understand why Mayweather's pushing for that fight. But Mayweather will get his only world champion trashed if Golovkin was to move up to fight Badu Jack. Badu Jack ain't ready for that work. He's better off trying to unify with James DeGale. I give him a much better chance at beating DeGale in a unification bout that's been rumored for months. There's been a lot of issues when it comes to that fight. Money, the venue. But that's a step in the right direction for Badu Jack's career. A unification bout. Get more negotiating leverage at the table. And push for a much bigger fight in the future. But that's what these fighters have to do. Put in that work. You put in that work to eventually get some bigger paydays. Continue to win fights. Continue to build your profile and your fan base. But it's going to be interesting to see if Mayweather can get some of his fighters even half to the level that he was at. I mean, he knows the business. He knows the game. He knows how it works. But it's much different doing it as a promoter. It's going to be interesting to see if he can actually not only turn these guys into champions, but into money makers, a superstar or star fighters. But right now, he ain't got shit, man. And he's desperate. Needs a moneymaker in his stable. He's a little butthurt that he ain't got shit. That rival promoters are doing it much better than he is. Mayweather's only taken his promotional company serious ever since he got a license for it, which was very recently, about maybe a couple of years ago. Throughout the years, Golden Boy was promoting a majority of his cards. And now that he's on his own, it's still a work in progress. I mean, he's most likely going to be ending up signing Shakur Stevenson, who was a silver medalist coming from the Olympics. But I wish him luck with that crybaby. But maybe he can turn him into a superstar. Maybe he can turn him into his cash cow, because he's gonna need one, as he ain't currently ain't got shit. And him saying that if Golovkin will move up to fight Jack, that he'll try to talk to Oscar to make a Golovkin Canelo fight. Man, what influence does Mayweather have when it comes to that fight? He's totally out of the loop when it comes to that. He needs to stay in his lane. I mean, that's Oscar's fighter and Canelo. Golovkin's with K2. I mean, Mayweather absolutely has no influence when it comes to making that fight. The fight will be made when it gets made. And it would be funny as hell if Canelo was promoted by Mayweather, because Mayweather wouldn't have Canelo fight Golovkin for another 5 years. He would have Canelo duck Golovkin even longer than what Oscar is planning to do with Canelo. The fight is not going to take 5 years to make when it comes to Oscar, because Oscar, I mean, he's getting a lot of shit from some people, but boxing owes a lot to Oscar for what he did to the sport, and that he's took some risks with a lot of his fighters, and he's only trying to marinate this fight with Canelo to make sure he's as ready as possible for Triple G. I mean, waiting a year is a lot better than waiting in 5 years, which is what Mayweather would do if he was promoting Canelo. He probably would wait till Golovkin's 39 years old for Canelo to eventually fight Triple G. So it's a good thing that Mayweather doesn't have a cash cow, because if he someday has one in his stable, he ain't gonna be fighting nobody. It's gonna be a carbon copy of Mayweather's career, the latter part of his career, when he became a major cherry picker, as he was in a position to do that, as people kept buying his fights, even though there were pretty much predetermined outcomes. But it's going to be interesting to see how Mayweather handles his promotional gig. He's not really doing that good of a job. He's not really that involved. I mean, he comes to the cards, shows support to his fighters, but he needs to do more. He needs to start putting more of the spotlight on his fighters instead of himself. That it shouldn't be all just about him. That's how Oscar adjusted. Now it's all about his fighters and his company. Eventually, Mayweather is going to have to do that when he truly puts it the end, when he truly retires from the sport. As I don't think he's really retired. He's just waiting for that big money fight to arise, an opportunity where Mayweather could possibly make 9 figures. But with the type of opponents out there right now, for Mayweather to make 9 figures, I don't think he's going to come back for those guys. He don't want no parts of Triple G, even though he'll say he's easy work. Why don't you fight him then? He's a potential opponent that could generate those 9 figures for you. Doesn't seem too eager to fight Triple G, though, at all. There hasn't been any talk of a Canelo rematch. Even though Golden Boy's in litigation with Heyman, Mayweather has... The politics have never affected Mayweather. He can make any fight he wanted to. Despite political divides, it never affected Mayweather. He had the power and the power to generate the type of money where it could offset those political divides. Mayweather can make any fight he wants when it comes to his own career. But the guy's not willing to fight Triple G. Doesn't look like he's really willing to rematch Canelo as well. There hasn't been any talk about that fight. And at the current moment, he's ducking the Manny Pacquiao rematch because he knows what really went down in that fight. So he's ducking the rematch for the time being. But when it comes to his promotional career, right now it's a work in progress. He needs to start signing some serious talent that could perhaps reach that level, the premium level at least. Otherwise, Mayweather's promotional company is just gonna be nothing more than what it is right now. Just a weak ass stable filled with a bunch of no name guys, one world champion with no profile. And Mayweather's truly butthurt right now because his rivals are ahead of him in the game. And he doesn't want no parts of Gennady Golovkin, even though he shits on him constantly, saying that Canelo's will make easy work of him. Why don't you come back and fight him? At 54, he still won't do it because he knows what will happen. Whatever, Floyd. Good luck with your promotional career. And let's see if you can actually build a career and create a superstar. Since your advisor, Al Heyman, has still yet to create one since you've ended your career. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.